Some good stuff. And back in the kitchen with Chef Larry Adler from Stratford University in Virginia Beach. We're making a fresh and delicious honey soy salmon with pasta Primavera. Chef, you said this is great for seafood lovers, non-seafood lovers. It works for everyone.
That's right.
Everyone's
so we're
happy.
To mix it together. So you ready to get busy?
I'm ready to get busy. Tell me what I need to do.
Let's get our pasta on.
All right.
It's already open, I think.
Oh,
yeah?
it's already open. It is. This is fettuccine.
Fettuccine.
Fettuccine. Right into the water.
Yeah, let's put 3/4 of that in there.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
not that much water. Water's already salted.
Okay.
It's the only time to really salt the water.
Gotcha.
Salt your pastas in the water, so we're just stir that.
And what's your thoughts on someone dropping some little olive oil in the water?
It's not necessary as long as you just do some initial stir.
I will stop doing that.
It tends to break it off, so we're going to do that. And we're going to put the salmon in the oven, and we're going to bake it at about 350. It's just regular salmon, a little salt and pepper on it, a little bit of butter on top.
Okay.
Not doing anything fancy to it. It's going right in the oven.
Now, how will 350 for how long? Well, you know.
About 15 minutes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, we're ready to get started on this.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so here are our
I need to
ingredients
hand you.
over here.
Okay.
Lots of vegetables. We have some onions, some garlic, peas, mushrooms, zucchini and squash, some chopped tomatoes, some cheese. Have a little thickener or roux made. So we'll start with the onions and the garlic.
Onions and garlic. Yep. Here we go. Into the water. All of it now. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, all of
Okay.
it. Why not?
I'm gonna get busy.
Why
Okay.
not? Why not? And let's put the zucchini and the squash and the mushrooms.
Squash. It's like almost like a little stir fry.
That's exactly right. And
you said
mushrooms.
mushrooms. Yes. Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and get that going a little bit.
I love it.
And
this roux. What did you make this roux? How did you do that?
A little butter, a little bit
Butter
of
and flour,
flour,
and
and
that's
that's it. And cooked it just a little bit before time. We'll use that as our thickener.
I like it.
With some cream and
Put these here so I can
gonna
drop
go
them in.
I'm going to test that pasta real quick, make sure it doesn't stick.
And what is this? Is this
So that's my honey soy. So the honey soy
oh,
is
so it's salmon. Ooh, that smells good.
just soy sauce reduced by half and about equal amount of honey in there. And it produces a glaze that you could use. It's drinkable. And
No thanks.
it's pretty
try
darn
it on
good
the
as a
salmon.
matter of fact. So we use it a lot on salmon. It's one of those dishes that's awfully popular when we do catered events and things like
And
that.
it just totally changes the flavor of the dish because a lot of people don't know how to make salmon taste not, you know, like fishy, or they want to make it have a different taste. But that stuff, you can throw that on anything. You're good to go.
And the only problem with salmon I think people do is they overcook it. And so we're going to try and keep it sort of a little bit on the medium side as opposed to that well done side where it's all dried out.
I like it. All right, let's talk about Stratford University. What's going on there? How's it going?
Lots of exciting stuff going on. We're just closed out our second quarter of the 2014. Our third quarter of open. We have a new program starting, a master's in entrepreneurial, how to be an entrepreneur.
Really? Okay, gotcha.
And excited about that. We have also new students starting all the time in culinary and health sciences. Our computer science department is running strong, and so things are good.
I love it. And for you with the students here who want to become just like you, chef, get into the culinary world, you know, what would be your advice to them? Where do they need to start? And how important is schooling? You know, some people just say, hey, I worked my way up from the kitchen.
A lot of people do, and our goal really is to make a person be able to move right into the kitchen and move up in the kitchen world.
Yeah.
So that they can open their own restaurant, so they can
There you go.
end up being
Business
a
savvy.
management part of this. So it's not only the cooking side, but it's the management side and how do you run a business.
I like it. Sounds good.
So
Got some good students there, some star students.
yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're pretty proud of what we have. You know, we're building all the time, and we think that we'll be the top culinary school. We were just voted, by the way, best culinary school in the Hampton Roads.
Really?
Yeah, so we were real excited about
That's
that.
awesome. That's great.
All right, so let's add
What do we-
our roux, a little bit of that roux in
A
there.
little bit of the roux into
just
here.
right in
Okay.
there. I don't know if it'll come out. We may have to use a.
Yeah, might have to
use my
scoop it
tongs
in.
a
There you
little
go.
bit.
It's kind of not wanting to come out of the cup
You can
anymore.
go ahead and we'll go ahead and let that melt a little bit in there.
Well, this looks like a perfect place to stop, and then when we come back, we'll put it all together, talk more about what's going on, and at the very end, taste it.
All right,
Sounds good, Chef. Thank
you so much.
Welcome back in the kitchen with Chef Larry Adler from Stratford University in Virginia Beach. We're working on that honey soy salmon and also the pasta Primavera dish. And look at this.
So it's pretty much done. We've
Okay.
added the cream to it. It thickened right up. We added tomatoes last, and that'll give it a little bit of color. Now we're going to finish it off with some peas. We tend to use frozen peas, but right now May peas are starting.
Okay.
So if you had fresh May peas, they would be great in there too.
All right.
We're going to hold off on that. We're going to stir it up a little bit. Our salmon is, we're going to check on our salmon. I think it's done.
All right. And that was in at 350. Had a little bit of salt and pepper, a little slab of butter on the top. Good to go.
It's done and pretty much perfect, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And so,
good. Fettuccine. Cooked and good.
Yeah, and so we can show a plating of this real quick, and then we can talk. So I'm just gonna drain a little bit of that water.
This is like the real chef way. You just pull it straight out of the pasta water.
Well,
okay, you could drain it if you want.
I could have drained it a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce on top.
I love it. And why put the peas in last? Is it just so they have that crunch to it a little bit?
Well, I'm using frozen peas, so they're already cooked anyway.
Okay.
They don't take long to.
Gotcha.
To do the same thing with the tomatoes. And so I generally would plate that like that. With and then I just drizzle a little bit of that sauce.
A little bit of this on it?
Right on the salmon.
Okay, gotcha.
Just a little bit right on the salmon. And we are done. That's a lot,
at
but
that.
that's all right.
Sorry.
Can't be bad.
We'll try it.
And we'll top it with a little garnish just to make it look like we do this for a living.
There you go. Because you eat with your eyes, right, Chef?
That's right. And so a nice dish to serve for your family. Top it with a little cheese.
That looks yummy.
It's pretty good, as a matter of
And
fact.
like he was saying, this is the perfect dish. If you're not really into seafood or fish, you can also do the pasta primavera. They're both dishes that'll be filling in itself.
Certainly, and it goes well with fish, it goes well with chicken, it stands well by itself. You can add shrimp to it or other items. Scallops go well with this dish.
So lots of variations.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
can just definitely get creative and wow all of your guests when they come over for dinner. All right, so Stratford University, someone is interested in going there. I know you guys have other programs than the culinary division. So first, what are some of the programs that you guys do offer?
Well, we're doing health sciences, and you can get a bachelor's and a master's in healthcare administration.
Okay.
You can get also a pharmacy tech degree, and different than many pharm tech degrees, and does a lot of compounding and more complex pharmacy work. We have a computer IT department, and they work on all the things that those guys get computer science degrees in. And of course, culinary, where you can get an associate's in baking or culinary arts, and you can also get a bachelor's in culinary arts, as well as a bachelor's in hospitality management with an emphasis in culinary, baking, or hotel management.
Okay, so who should be going and thinking about going to culinary school?
Who shouldn't is the question. You know, that person who always wanted to go to school is a great person to go. That graduating senior from high school who would like to go to culinary school, as well as the person that's looking for a second career. What do you want to do next? Never too late to go to school. Never too late to do something you really dream of.
And it's obviously hands-on. I mean, you're learning from the ground up the ins and outs of it.
We start them from the very beginning, and my goal is to make them as good as they possibly can be.
Can you like spot, you know, all of the students obviously I'm sure are great, but can you pick up on that student that you're like, yep, they got it. It's
I'll
natural
ask
talent,
the question
you know.
another way. Could you spot when your children played softball?
They're
who
going
was
to be good. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm not going to quite answer. Everybody has potential. Everybody can be great in the kitchen. You know, a great chef is not somebody who can just cook, but who can also create.
I love it. All right. Well, Stratford University now enrolling. Next quarter begins May 27th at the New Virginia Beach campus across from Mount Trashmore. The website stratford.edu/Virginia-beach-campus. The number is 497-4466. Chef, been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.